Yeah, this sounds about right.
Are themselves on the verge of becoming friends of pedophiles. Right. And this is the thing. They're going to be 5 years from now, friends of pedophiles as pedophiles. I'm a friend of pedophiles as a preacher of the gospel that will bring them out of that grotesque sin, right? So I'm a friend to pedophiles because Christ was a friend to sinners. Right. But
I wonder if he feels that way about literally any other group of sinners. Like, really think about it, okay? This guy wants to ban Catholic Mass. The only reason we think of the Catholic Church as like the pedophile haven of Christianity is because there's no central organization for evangelicals to look into, okay? This is like a one-to-one thing, all right? Every day, if you Google Christian priest pedophile into Google and search like results last 24 hours, I guarantee you in the last 24 hours, some evangelical priest somewhere in America has been arrested, okay? Fork found in kitchen. Fork found in fucking fork factory. Fork found in the fork zone, the innate domain that I conjure, where everything is forks. How many pedophiles do you know? I'm not friends with evangelicals. Well, while we're talking about religious extremists...
We've got to start doing things differently. And the same goes here in Israel. This means that the problem won't be solved by yet another new Knesset task force. It won't be solved by the government just throwing money at the problem. It won't be solved by the IDF spokesperson's unit issuing updated talking points or suddenly using TikTok. Like us in America, you need to adopt new strategies, to experiment with creative tactics, to study the results and scale what works. Maybe it's a whole new IDF unit, call it 8300, to lead this fight. But we need the kind of genius that manufactured Apollo gold pagers and infiltrated Hezbollah for over a decade to prepare for this battle. We need.
Anyone else think it's kind of weird in the first place that the head of the ADL would have such close ties to Israel? I don't know. Just seems kind of odd to me, considering that it's an American-based civil rights organization. And, like, leaving aside the fact that Israel is not even remotely concerned with civil rights as, like, a national project. Just, I don't know. Just seems kind of odd. I don't typically see that heads of, like, secular American progressive organizations have close ties to foreign governments. It's not usually something that that happens.
The kind of courage that executed Operation Deep Layer inside Syria and destroyed Iranian missile manufacturing capabilities to undertake this mission. This is the kind of ingenuity and inventiveness that have always been a hallmark of the State of Israel, that have always been a characteristic of the Jewish people. I know we can do it.
I think it's kind of weird too. I don't know. I guess I haven't seen many people give speeches where they're like, the best way to combat the social force that we dislike is to employ tactics comparable to the mass terrorist attack that we engaged in Lebanon when we blew up a bunch of tasers that killed civilians and maybe a couple members of Hezbollah. And then followed up with like, I believe in the ingenuity of blank ethnic group. I don't know. I believe in the ingenuity of white people. That's kind of a weird thing to say, right? I wouldn't say it. For one, I don't. And for two, I don't know. What is this? Oh, I've seen this. Yeah, the Third Temple speech from Hegseth from a couple years ago.
And today, Jennifer and I and others had a chance to go see the Western Wall of the Temple Mount, the Western Wall tunnels, so much of the old city. And as you stand there, you can't help but behold the miracle before you. And it got me thinking about another miracle that I hope all of you don't see too far away. Because 1917 was a miracle. 1948 was a miracle.
When was this? 2018, 2019, something like that?
1967 was a miracle. 2017, the declaration of Jerusalem as the capital was a miracle. And there's no reason why the miracle of the reestablishment of the temple on the Temple Mount is not possible.
This is one of, I know I've talked about this before, but it's super important. This is one of the evangelical doomsday like precursors. The reconstruction of the Third Temple on the Temple Mount.
I don't know how it would happen. You don't know how it would happen, but I know that it could happen. That's all I know. And a step in that process, a step in every process, is the recognition that facts and activities on the ground truly matter. And that's why going and visiting Judea and Samaria, understanding that sovereignty, the very sovereignty of Israeli soil, and Israeli cities, locations, is a critical next step to showing the world that this is the land for Jews and the land of Israel. And I believe, as was mentioned, he said you need to, what was mentioned is you need to buy the ticket. Don't just wish for 40 years to win the lottery, buy the ticket. I would submit to you, in light of the support you have in Washington, D.C., the support you have amongst patriotic Americans, amongst evangelical Christians, amongst believers, amongst Republicans, even amongst some Democrats who can barely say it anymore in Washington.
I appreciate how honesty is being. Kind of shows the problem off a little bit, you know? Like the bulwark of interest that we're up against here. This guy, you know, now the Secretary of Defense. Jesus Christ, this is insane. Yeah, the idea, I think, is that the end times goal, I think, is that you destroy the Temple of the Rock and the mosque, the Al-Aqsa Mosque, or whatever it's called, and then you rebuild the third temple there, and then you sacrifice the red heifer there, and then that's like the go ahead to Jesus Christ that he can nuke the earth or something. The red what? It's like the is it heifer, not heifer? Okay, heifer. Gotcha. Sorry, I don't know. It's cow, like a cow. It's like a sacrifice. It's a blood sacrifice on the reconstructed Jewish temple. Yeah, it's a thing.
Washington, buy the ticket.
Female cow.
Take your action. Do what needs to be done here in Israel, because I truly believe this is a moment where America will have...
Where do you guys learn this stuff? There's like 50 million Americans who believe in this and would kill you with their bare hands if they thought it brought them 1% closer to it happening.
You're back. You have Donald Trump in the White House. You have Mike Pence as vice president. You have Nikki Haley at the UN. You have true believers in Israel and America that have your back.
Cool. What do we do with these people? They have to be totally politically disempowered, obviously. You can't participate in society if you think that we're right on the edge of an apocalypse and it's your job to make the apocalypse happen. If your ideology is we want to make the world end, I'm really sorry, but you can't vote. It's not... I think that's really fair, guys. I think that's really fair. You know what? I think the Founding Fathers would agree with me. The Founding Fathers were so concerned about people only voting if they knew what the fuck they were doing that they only gave that power to land-owning white males. If I was like... What about people who want to end the world? Like they have a belief system where they want to end the world. I think they would probably be like, yeah, those guys probably shouldn't vote too. You know? I think I'm okay with that, in my opinion. They're akin to Islamic terrorists, but with more power. Yeah, like 50 billion times as much. They're like double ISIS. They're like ISIS, but worse. They're objectively, ISIS didn't want to end the world. They're worse than ISIS. And also they have nukes, like most of the nukes on Earth. They control most of the nukes. Can we please aspire to being better than the Founding Fathers? Okay, fine. Evangelicals can't vote. Also, landowning white males can't vote. Only non-white people and rentiers can vote. How about that? That's fine, right? What's this last? I guess we're doing like a little mini tangent on the end of the world. What is this? Somebody linked this. I don't know if this is related. I think, so Josh Shapiro is triangulating his position a little bit. He's saying that Israel's an apartheid state. I saw a tweet about that.
That then leads to a broader question. You mentioned apartheid, right? Or that was the comment that was made. And I would just say, as we engage in that, we should first address this fundamental question of what do we want in that region? And if we really want peace, and I believe you want that, then we've also got to be...
Don't trust this guy. He's an MAGA Zionist. Obviously, he worked for the IDF. Oh, I would never trust Josh Shapiro no matter what he did or said for the rest of his life. Yeah, he's been like anti-BDS. He is a hardline Zionist. He did not arrive at his position on Zionism because he was told by consultants to. He ideologically believes in the project, which means either that he is a fascist or an ethnic supremacist for Jewish people, and usually they're both. Those concepts tend to overlap from his perspective.
Acknowledging that language matters here, that words matter, and that we've got to use words that are actually rooted in reality and are able to bring the temperature down to create a space for that peace, for that opportunity. And so that's how I view this entire conflict. I would also say that it is really important that we create space, which you do, for dialogue that is thoughtful and dialogue that's rooted in reality.
He's saying a whole lot of fucking nothing right here.
And dialogue where we're precise with our words, where we're able to acknowledge there's a lot of nuance on these issues, and we should debate them. And just because people have different opinions doesn't make them a bad person. And just because someone doesn't agree with the Netanyahu government, which I don't on many, many things, doesn't make him an anti-Semite. Just because I disagree with Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't make me an anti-Semite, in as much as because I disagree with Donald Trump doesn't make me any less of an American patriot. So I just think we've got to be really thoughtful and careful and not just look for buzzwords and not just...
See, he's literally said nothing this entire time. Like, it's kind of a crazy talent. I don't know if I could do it.
Sort of follow, you know, what's going to get maybe some likes on Twitter, but we've got to be thoughtful about a debate that is really, really hard to have, and we've got to have it.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's this like nothing. He says that you should never, ever, 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 ever trust him. He's been a hardline Zionist since day one. Really, really committed to it. That's fucking true. I didn't think about it this way. I didn't before, but now I do.